Hello, today I'll be demoing my project, so let's talk first about our header file. So in here we have the shape class. I'm just inheriting from that class in an image shape class. And here we have a path for loading an image, and an only frameworks image, open frameworks image, then our offsets for x and y, because the image is going to spawn off center. I want to rotate it in the middle of it. So we have these offsets, we have an empty constructor for it, and three methods: load, draw, and inside. Load to load the file, draw to draw that file, and then inside in order to check if we're inside of that. So let's go through those three functions. First, load takes a path input, and that path input is given once we create the object. Then we have we load that path in OF data path, and we load the image. If we're successful, then we set the offsets based on the scale, which we'll be using later. Otherwise, we make the sprint. Then we have our draw method. We basically just use the matrix stack in open frameworks, and what we do is draw the image right here with those offsets I was talking about. So this way we center the image against the 0, 0 axis right in the middle, in the dead center. And then we have the inside function. So we have an inside flag variable, and then we have our object space, which is basically an inverse of the world space. So we take the object from world to object space. Then here we just set that object to our mouse coordinates. So we update these coordinates by multiplying by object space. So our coordinates from world space times object space will give us coordinates in object space. Then we add this offset back. So you remember here we took away with the negative offsets. Then here all we do is add that. Now that I look at this, this could just be plus x offset and plus y offset. Yeah, I don't know why I repeated that. There we go. Yeah, since the offsets already do that computation. Let's make sure that's a float. And there we go. Okay, now all we do is check if those variables are between 0 and the image width, if those variables are between 0 and the image height. So we don't want to go over or under that. So if we're not even within the image, why even bother checking for the alpha values? That's just not computationally worthwhile. So now we just get the alpha of that value of these coordinates. We cast as an integer because this function takes integers only. Then we get the alpha, and if it's larger than 0, then we're inside the shape. Otherwise, we're outside the shape, and then we just return that value. Everything is still the same. All that I did was update all of these values. Instead of using the circle or the polygon beforehand, now they use our shape, which is the test image right here. Same thing for draw. We just draw that image. And same here, right here for mouse pressed. So on mouse pressed, we set this value based on the test image. And here we update that position based on the test image. So now let's go and really quick run the code. Let's see what this looks like. Let's see if you can recognize where the ship is from. And then we could just rotate, just like so, and we can move around. And we can do both at the same time as well, actually. We can move and rotate. So pretty cool stuff. And we can just also click inside and outside the image. You can see here I'm printing the coordinates and the alpha value right there. So inside, 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 outside, 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 inside, inside, inside. And then even while we're moving, we can move things around. And you can see it only works when I'm clicking on the object. We can also rotate, and everything works well. We can also play a little bit with scale. So let me try scale the object up. Okay, let's set the scale to say, I don't know. Oh, this is shape. Never mind. Here we go, image shape. I think we did it in setup. Yep, we did it in setup. I have a scale of 10. You can set a scale of, say, 20. And I also added this little call right here that works a little bit with OpenGL and the textures. So all this does is make sure that we don't use any upscaling algorithms. We just use the nearest vertex. Since I'm using pixel art, and I want the image to be crisp. So you can see your object is way larger now, but everything still works. Only clicking inside works. We can rotate, we can move around. So scale, movement, and rotation work. and our inside function works, and we can move around. Thank you so much.